What's up, you guys? It's Molly. Today we're going to be filming it's a full face of nothing new, but I'm also going to be showcasing my Shop My Stash items for the next 2 weeks. So this will carry us through the end of October. As a result of the fact that this will include Halloween, I kind of went ham on the eyeshadow palettes. And typically when I film Shop My Stashes, like I'll talk to you about what I chose the last time, and then I'll show you the shopping portion. Well, the last time was in like February, maybe April. It's been a long time, and I am not going back and looking and seeing what I was using. I have no idea how often I used it. I don't know what I thought about it. So that being said, I'm not going to show you guys the shopping portion. I'm just going to sit up here and talk to you guys about the things that I brought upstairs with me. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right. So some things I just keep in my bag, and they're what I use all the time. So those things would be, if I can find all of it, the NYX glitter glue right here, the Ulta eye primer right here, the Essence Lash Princess. There is no other mascara. They don't exist. I'm also like putting things away as I talk so that I can focus because it's a mess. All right, foundations. I've been using this Milk Hydro Grip tint, gel tint. I don't know. Gel. I don't know what it's called. It's a skin tint. And I flipping love this. This is not what I used today though. I wanted to try something different, so I did. But I am going to go ahead and keep this in my makeup bag because I love her. And then same with this, the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. I do really like this. There have been times when I haven't been crazy about it, but I've been really enjoying it again. So I've been using that. And I don't feel like buying a new concealer, so I won't. All right. Let's do eyeshadow palettes last. Single eyeshadow, I had this already in my makeup bag and I haven't used it. It's ColourPop A Little Quirky, Super Shock. So freaking pretty. Would love to use her more often, so she's staying. Next up, blushes. I've got a cream and a powder. Part of me doesn't feel like this is enough at all, but we'll see. I may feel the need to grab something else at some point in the next couple weeks. But we've got the Novelist Skin Glazing Blush in Independence. This is the blush I have on today. It is really pretty. It's a nice, like, not matte. It gives your skin some life, and I love that. I had some issues with it today. Stay tuned. But it all worked out. Next is the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in the shade Joy. I wanted something more like orange, more warm toned. I was hoping to use my Note blush, but I think my idiot self got rid of it. I don't know where it is. And I shouldn't talk about myself like that. I know. Okay, so I chose this one instead. Lippies, I've got a few. I've got the Milani Fetish Matte Lipstick in the shade Passion. That is it. It is such a stunning like burgundy. I talked about this in other videos. I don't know if I uploaded those because I have filmed probably 20 videos and I just keep not uploading. And then I've got the ColourPop Ultra Glossy. I actually did a whole video about the Shrek collection and didn't edit it. So stay tuned. That will be coming if anyone is at all interested. This is the Ultra Glossy lip that I got. So I'm going to be using that. And then the Dose of Colors Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Stone. This is the lip that I have on now. It is such a nice, like, nude, pinky nude. Love it. I also grabbed my Nomad Witch City Salem lipstick. It's this guy. Holy smokes. And this is in the shade Spellbinding. Oh, Devil's Book. Blasphemous. And then I've got another gloss. I don't need another gloss. No, I don't. Get out of here. For skin prep, I grabbed the In Beauty Project Power Up Dual Phase Setting Mist. I'm using this not to set my makeup. I don't really do that anymore. But I am going to use this under my makeup along with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I have just this little baby guy and I have never used it. I've never tried it until today. Today I did. So for foundation, in addition to the Milk Hydro Grip Skin Tint, I've got this RCMA VK11 palette. I mentioned in today's video that I use this in my bridal kit, and this one is expired, but I'm cool with using it on myself, just not on other people. So I've got that. I've got too much, truly. I also probably don't need this since I'm using the RCMA palette and it has bronzers in it, but I've got my Say Beauty bronzer. I would open it and show you, but it is filthy. Do you want to see? Just all the little fuzzies from my brush. Ew, that's gross. But it's like $35 and I'm not throwing it away, okay? I'm the only one using this. So anyways, it's a Sun Melt bronzer in the shade Light Bronze. As I recall, it's really nice. We'll see. And then I got the ColourPop Flexitarian. This is what I have on today. Freaking love it. Okay, let's talk about eyeshadow palettes, shall we? So I've got some singles. Let's talk about the singles. I have this little mashup. These are all Terra Moons Cosmetics. I love a good single, and my husband and I went to like this Halloween themed speakeasy, a spookeasy if you will, and I used this shade here, this like, I mean, come on. Yeah, so pretty. So these are just gonna live up here for a while. Like, I don't know what to tell you, can't help it. On my eyes today, I used the Cosmic Brushes Gothic palette. This is so stunning, and I haven't used it hardly at all. Part of the reason for me choosing this was so that I would not be tempted to get their new palette. And then I've got Gourmand Girls Spooked. This was like the first palette they came out with for Halloween, at least as far as I can remember. So I am excited to use this some more. I've created a really beautiful like pink and purple look with these two shades. So pretty. So it is not like, it's a palette that makes my head hurt a little bit, but I'm excited to use it. And then I've got the Bella Beauty Bar Strange and Unusual palette. We're going like circa 2019 here. I don't even know. Anyway, that's it. Really pretty, really beautiful shades. And then I've got a boatload of Nomad Cosmetics palettes. First off, I could not resist the Pacific Northwest palette that just released. So I've got this guy. I'm excited to play with it. And then I pulled all of their Halloween releases. So I've got the original Haunted Europe here. Super pretty. I've got Pan on this shade. And then I chose Ghost Town USA. This is my least favorite of the three. And then I've got Witch City Salem because, oh my gosh, it's like perfect. It's a perfect Halloween color story. So love that. I'm excited to use those. And then I also have some more singles here just randomly in case I feel like doing anything more neutral. This is a mixture of like, I don't even know. There's a bunch here. We've got, what is this brand? Betchy Beauty, which isn't around anymore. Give Me Glow. Davina. Glaminatrix. Other stuff. Shine by SD. Like I've got kind of a big old mix. So, these are all just gonna live in my bathroom upstairs and I'm probably not gonna use all of it, but I wanna at least have the opportunity to. Okay, so now that we've talked about what I chose, let's get into the look. Also, disclaimer, I explain where I've been in the past few weeks because I haven't uploaded anything. And full disclosure, like I don't know, politics are a big thing that's been happening. And I haven't been functioning as well as normal. And a lot of it is because of some of the current events that are happening, including something very specific that happened in my neck of the woods. So anyways, stay tuned, but also like, I'm sorry if you were hoping to not consume political stuff, and I don't go too crazy, but like, Sometimes I just gotta get stuff off my chest. It is what it is. All right, so tune on in if you want to see the look and you don't mind hearing my thoughts on some things. Okay. I have been jibber jabbering for a solid like 5 minutes, and it's completely nonsensical, tangential, like all over the place for your sake and my future editing me's sake. I hope that I can like pull it together, but just fair warning, I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Welcome to the shit show. Okay, so for eyeshadow palettes, I'm going to be using the Cosmic Beauty Gothic palette. Here's what she looks like. I want this shade on my lids. Yes, ma'am. They're releasing a new palette, and you know what? I was like, no, I don't need it. I don't need it. I want it. I do want it. And the price point is fabulous. But I'm not gonna get it. My drawers are overflowing. So I am going to use what I have and enjoy it. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see a little better. Is this too close? Is this uncomfortable for you? I hope not. Okay, so hi. Wow. All right. I don't know. What are we doing here? Okay, I'm gonna use Immortal, this pink here, as my transition shade. My brushes are dirty. Yeah, I did not clean them in preparation for today's video. That was my bad. That's just how I am. Anyway, so I'm using this as my transition shade. I've decided that I'm going to be filming these videos as like a counterpart to my Shop My Stash series, which I have not filmed anything for in months and months and months. And I am going to be getting back into that because you can't see my fingers when they're down here. It helps me focus on using what I have, and B, it does really well on YouTube. Like, at least it did back when I was like actually uploading relatively consistently and had a decent amount of traffic on my channel. Those were doing great. Like, some of them were getting like 500 views, which for me, that's good. Okay, for my next trick, I'm going to be taking Supreme. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. We're gonna find out together. And we're gonna use this as just a sweet little deepening up, blending into the pink situation. And yeah, it's looking real choppy. Come on, meow. I thought I heard a phone ringing. I do not. Speaking of phones, so I was scrolling on Facebook, as we do when we're in our 40s, and there's the like Amazon ads on there, and wouldn't you know it, a retro phone was being advertised to me. And a little something about me that you probably don't know is I was obsessed, like borderline neurodivergently obsessed. And I say that as someone who can pretty confidently say I have ADHD. And anyway, as a child, see what I mean? I'm all over the place. As a child, I was obsessed with vintage phones. Loved them. Specifically, really wanted the Cruella de Vil style, like, phone. You know, that, like, kind of gothic, I mean, it wasn't Victorian era because phones didn't exist at that point. But you know what I mean? Like, the old school, like, 1940s phones. 1920s phones. I don't even know what era they were from. Have always wanted one. And now, bro, I can get one on Amazon. Only problem is I need a landline. And I don't have a landline. But I'm about to go get a landline so that I can have the phone of my dreams. And it would keep me off of my, like, iPhone, which would be a win-win for everybody. Okay, so this is, like, kind of choppy. I'm a little underwhelmed. It's pretty though. So I haven't filmed in a while, and the reason for that is because I was traveling. I also was like not doing great mentally. Some things happened. Specifically, a kid brought a rifle to my son's high school with 70 rounds of ammunition. So I just like couldn't really function well there for a minute. I mean, I was functioning, I was going to work, I was taking care of my kids, but like when it came to anything extra, absolutely not. We do not have time for that. But I am doing a bit better now. It was a scary situation. My child was moments away from being in a school shooting, being like there, present for a school shooting. All right, I'm gonna take Chosen. It feels really weird to just like randomly talk about this while doing my makeup. Okay, so what happened was, it was like towards the end of the day, I think, the kid had been suspended and ended up having a meeting at the school with his parents and administrators. According to the news article that I read, he got angry during that meeting and told his dad he needed to unlock the car so that he could go out and retrieve his belongings. Well, his dad was like, well, his dad evidently had been like tipped off by the kid's older brother that his rifle was missing. So the dad's just like, I mean, I don't know. This is what I'm assuming is happening inside the dad's head. Like, this could be bad. Let's go see what's happening here. Followed the kid outside, looked in the backpack, the kid's backpack that was in the car. Thankfully, it was still in the car. Yeah, found a disassembled rifle and 70 rounds of ammunition. So, like, living in America, you kind of get to a point where you're just like, I don't want to say that you expect it, but you kind of expect it. You, like, it's awful. Like, it's absolutely, I mean, I think if I was truly expecting it, I would pull my child from school. But, like, there's a part of me that wouldn't be surprised if my kid ended up being, like, in a school shooting. Then I was having, like, multiple conversations with my husband about, like, at what point do we leave the country? Like, when are we going to go somewhere else? Because this, it feels neglectful. It feels like I'm neglecting my children by raising them here with the gun violence situation, like not anywhere near resolved. They're not doing anything about it. It's absolutely maddening. And I'm realizing now that I need to change the subject. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose it. So, let's talk about something else, shall we? I am gonna use this here. This is the In Beauty project. No idea. It's the Power of Dual Phase Setting Mist. I'm gonna mist my face first. I don't know if that's okay. Yeah, use under makeup to prep skin. Okay, let's do that. That is the worst sprayer. Truly horrific. Not a fan of that at all. Smells really good. It smells like a spa. And then I found this little like travel size Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I've never used this. I'm gonna try it. Just gonna try a little. Oh, this smells good too. It smells fresh. So anyway, I'm terrified for my children's safety. So I'm going to join Moms Demand Action. We have a local chapter that just recently started up in my city. So we are going to be meeting on the 16th of October. And I'm really looking forward to that. I am like aching to get involved to do something about like common sense gun laws. Because we have none. It's freaking insane. Okay. Everyone said this was super sticky and like yeah, it's a little sticky. Okay, for foundation, I've got my RCMA, I don't know what this is. It's one of their palettes. Oh, the VK11 palette. This is what I was using in my professional kit. But I don't, this one is expired. I'm fine with using expired makeup on myself, but not on like brides. The best way to use this is with like a palette knife and, or like a spatula to scoop it out and to get it warmed up on a makeup palette. But I don't have either of those. They're in my kit and I don't want to have to go downstairs and get that. So I'll just be doing this instead. Oops, that is not where it's supposed to be. Okay, so anyway, I just, you know, I don't want to make this a super like charged video because that's not, I don't know. I kind of turned to YouTube as a way to like escape politics and things like that. And I'm not saying that I'm not ever going to talk about that stuff because it is weighing heavily on my soul. So I know that at some point I will, here and there, I'll be talking about things. But just so we're clear, like my stance on things, I vote Democrat, and we are barreling into fascism. And it is absolutely bonkers. I have talked to Republican family members of mine who agree. They're like, this is insane. So I really, like, I don't think that the majority of people who voted for this, like, voted for this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was refreshing to talk to this specific person and hear that, like, yeah, I'm concerned. This is not normal. It's like, okay, good. So that being said, I have had to like set boundaries. Concealer is just my e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. I've had to set boundaries with myself for like social media consumption, trying to do more like audiobooks and knitting and, you know, like starting my mornings in a kind and supportive manner. Oh, I did not get that cleaned up and I should have. That's not always possible. Like, it drives my husband kind of crazy because I think it makes him anxious, the current like state of affairs. And so he really doesn't like talking about it. He also doesn't really care to hear about it. He's just like, la, 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 la. And I mean, he's protecting his peace, you know, that's okay. It is okay to do that. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to we don't have to consume all of the headlines. So I've really, like, there was this, when Trump was president the first go around, that's when I like dove into makeup and like makeup YouTube and just did not listen to any of it. I mean, I listened to some of it, but I was not super informed. And now I'm almost like too informed because it's affecting my ability to just like relax. Or at least it was. Now that I'm setting these boundaries and just being more like, you know, adamant that I'm not going to let the fear take over. But it's crazy. I had dinner, well, no, my mom and I go out for drinks and desserts about once a month. And we were talking about it and I was like, I never, ever have started thinking about where I would immigrate to. I've never thought about that. I've never wanted to. I like America. And it makes me really sad that like that is a thought now. That is something that I have to consider. That's something my husband is very much not wanting to do it, and I respect that. I get it. But yeah, man, I think at some point we may have to. Okay, I think I'm going to use this palette for bronzer also because there's a ton of deeper shades. I just need to figure out what shade I want to use. Ugh. Anyway, let's talk about the makeup. Maybe that's what we need to do. I have not been doing a whole lot of bridal makeup or just like paid makeup. I don't know what's going on. The platform that I advertise on, like I'm getting traffic, but nobody hires me. It's really weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like giving off weird vibes. No idea. I respond quickly. I let them know whether or not I can work with them. Usually it's a yes. And then they just like don't respond. Like, oh, okay. Which is annoying because it's like I'm paying money for each of these leads. And then they're just like not bothering to respond to it. Like, what? Don't message somebody on this app if you're not going to follow through. If you're not, you know what, like if you're not serious. Okay, for blush, I pulled the Novelist Skin Glazing in the shade Independence. I think this is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. Should I have set my face before I went in with blush? Yes. Did I? Nah. This is the Morphe Brightening Pink setting powder. Here's what she looks like. It's just like a light, oh dear, baby pink situation. Anyway, I really didn't mean for this to turn into like a political video. I think I'm just, you know, I'm worried about my children's safety. So gun violence is kind of a big, like that's a hot button issue for me. I'm tired of people not being supportive of that. Like I'm genuinely like, man, ugh. Okay, for highlighter, I've got ColourPop Flexitarian. I have Pan on mine, and I might as well use it up, bruh. Why? But really quick, I'm gonna look on their website and see if they still have this. I think ColourPop maybe stopped making their Super Shock blushes, which I don't understand. Like, why? Why did you do that to us? Their website froze, so I can't really look. But the last time that I looked, it appeared that they were no longer a thing, which is really unfortunate because it was one of the best blush formulas. I don't know why they would get rid of it. It was such a beautiful, like cream to powder finish. And I loved it. Okay. I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quick. I'm not using anything new for that. I am just using my Viseart Pro, the neutral matte palette, except I've got these shimmers in here because they fit. And I felt like doing a like custom palette sort of situation. That's not what I need. Okay, so anyway, I guess I was talking about why I haven't filmed and I went off on that tangent and never really came back. So there was that, like the whole situation with the kid bringing the gun to my son's school. And then we went to Chicago for a weekend, which was lovely. We went and saw Louis C.K. and listen, I know that he was canceled for some pretty serious things that he did. If you don't know about it, you can Google it. But I just kind of decided that I wanted to see where he was at now. And I'm really glad that I did. It was a wonderful show. He was super funny. And I had a great time. It was just my husband and I. And yeah, we had a fabulous experience. All right, I'm going to take Alter here, this deeper purple. So anyways, went to Chicago, had a great time. That was like right before the ICE raids that made the news with them zip tying children. And then we got back and our youngest had his tonsils out. So we've been taking care of him. He did great. They were massive, absolutely huge. Like the surgeon came back in the room and he was like, my God. Cause he's not a big kid. Like he's 5 years old and he's in like the 30th percentile. So he's kind of petite. These things were 3 inches. They were 3 inches long and about 1.5 inches to 2 inches in diameter. I don't know how his little neck had those in there. It's just, that's crazy to me. I don't get it. How on earth? Nobody knows. Okay, mascara is nothing new. I've said it once, I'll say it again. There is no other mascara for me. This is the Essence Lash Princess. Man, you guys, I'm sorry for how this video ended up. Like, I don't know. I go back and forth. Should I talk about politics? Should I not? I don't know, man. I think the only reason that I'm like worried about it is I still worry too much about offending people. I don't really care. Like I do, but I don't. I don't care like I used to. So like if you're offended by something that I said, I didn't say anything outrageous, and if you're offended, then that's a you thing. And it may require some self-reflection on your part. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't calling anybody names. I wasn't being disrespectful. It was truly just like, hey, I don't feel super comfortable raising babies. Oh. Speaking of which, I just got a text that my youngest would like to come home from daycare now because his throat hurts. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying, but point is, if you're upset by this, I'm sorry, but I'm also like not that sorry. Sorry, not sorry, if that makes sense. Not to be like, you know, just figure out why you're upset. Because I didn't say anything crazy. Okay, look at me, already getting defensive. Okay, for lipstick, I am going to use this Dose of Colors. This is the liquid matte lipstick in the shade Stone. So, oh, that's gorgeous. All right, you guys, here is the final look. I really like it. I love the eye look. Cosmic Brushes never disappoints. The only thing that I didn't love was the blush, and I think that's just because I went down right after doing like a cream bronzer and it stuck down and was weird. So I'm gonna play with it some more. I know that I like this blush, so I'm sure that it's not an issue. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give me a subscribe, give me a like, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.